Okay, for our sunset paintings, our winter sunset paintings, this is a finished project. So I love sunset, so that's one of the reasons we're doing this project. I probably love sunsets more than I do winter, but that's okay. So you can see this one, the sunset is very warm colored. This one has more, you know, sometimes when there's clouds that you can see the pinks and the blues and the purples and things like that. That's what I was going for this one. Sometimes if you look really closely, and we'll talk about this during class, you can see every color of the rainbow, but it's not a rainbow where there's strips of colors. They blend together. So I think today what we're gonna do is we are going to create a cool colored sunset. So, I forgot to grab my pencil. First thing, writing your name on your paper and your class, then flip it over. We want a line at the bottom where the snow is going to go up to. I usually do it about a third of the way up. You can have it kind of have a wavy line if you want, a straight line, whatever you want, because, you know, ground can be whatever. So I'm gonna do mine, just a little scoop there. Then we are gonna use the liquid watercolors. Remember, liquid watercolors are really intense when it comes directly out of the tray. With watercolors, the first word's water, we need lots of water to go with it. We want the color to be what's called translucent. So if we have transparent, like a glass or like this water, it's transparent, I can see all the way through. On the other end, transparent, opaque, so thick we can't see through it at all. So you can't see through this, right? This is opaque. So if we have between, translucent is somewhere in the middle. So we want to be able to see the white of the paper, but it's going to have a color on top of it. So we're going to take this and I'm going to start with, I think I'm going to start with some blue teal type colors. You want to work fairly fast. Notice I put more water in, and don't worry if it get drops like this, that's not a big deal. Add more water every single time because we want to keep that light color. Oh, I'm going to add some green there. Maybe along the bottom. I'm sticking with the cool colors over here. If you have questions about cool colors, be sure and ask. Oh, I love when this happens. I love when it blends like that. So we're gonna blend it in together. I want it to go gradual. I know I got rid of what I said I loved, but I wanna blend it. Okay, maybe I wanna add a little purple. Oh yeah, a little more. Purple's pretty darn light color right now, so I'm gonna add that, and this is looking really good. This would be good for underwater too. So I just keep going. I do a magenta on this side. I'm gonna add a little bit of magenta because you see that sometimes in skies. Now I was doing mine kind of in stripes here, but I don't need to do that. I could have some purple going up onto this corner here, and maybe then switching it and adding some colors and like that. And I'm gonna keep doing this. I'm gonna paint the whole piece of paper except for where my snow is going to be. So I'm gonna pause it, and then when I'm coming back, it'll be all done. Hold on just a second. Okay, it's almost done. Now, if you look at this top corner, that blue is a little too dark. So if it's too dark when you put it on, I can just take plain water and I can smear that out. And even, I know I'm getting it on the table, and that's perfectly fine. We will wipe it up when we are done because we want to get all the way to the edge. So I'm gonna look for white spots. I see it's just a teeny little bit up here at the top. Maybe like 1, 2 little spots. Okay, then I am done. So have fun painting. Now we're ready to add our big trees. The goal is to have you do at least 5 trees. Now, there are several ways we can do this. So one thing we can do is probably what you're thinking. We use a brush and we brush a tree on there. We paint the tree however we want, having the branches go all different directions because branches don't just stay straight. So you can do that. That is perfectly fine. We're going to use what's called India ink. So it's really watery, but really dark, and it makes those shadows for the trees. And I have a straw here. Any guesses what I have a straw for? We are going to use this to blow the branches of the trees. So I'm going to take this off. So what we're going to do is we're going to take, and you can see I already started here. We want each tree to have at least 10 branches. So I have the starts here. So I'm going to start another one here. I would keep going with this one. Maybe this one, I don't want them in a row. So I'm going to have this one come down further. The long trunk. started here like that, and then it kind of spreads out. So it spreads out down here where the roots go in the ground. I'm just going to fill this in. But then when we get to the top, if we were painting the whole thing, we could just, I'm going to start a branch here. We could start like that. We could keep going. And I have another video that you can watch for that. It was another person's video. It's fantastic, but I want to show you how to do this with a straw. So let's start off like this. Okay, we'll fill this in. Then I'm gonna take and I'm gonna put a big drop right here. I don't want to have it spread all over the place, but I want to put it there. Then I'm gonna take my straw, put it in my mouth and blow. Now I don't want to blow straight down, okay? I want to blow away, and I'm going to blow and follow it as I go. You don't want to be super up here. You want to be pretty close to it. Okay, so I'm going to take this. It won't do anything if I don't have wet paint there. Okay, so I've got some wet paint. There, it blew a little bit. I need more paint though, because I want it to be a little thicker. That's a good little branch to start. I'm going to start another one right beside it. Okay, let's see if I can get this to go a little taller. Yes, I love that one. Okay, now I do want to have another branch coming off here. So I'm going to start painting it. So it's really juicy. Okay. The great thing about blowing is you never exactly know where it's going to go. Just like the tree branches out there, we don't know exactly where they're going to go. So go ahead, you're gonna have 5 trees, and each tree needs at least 10 branches. So have fun. Now it's time to add snow. So on trees, usually when snow comes down, it gets stuck in these little crooks of the tree here, and then on some branches where maybe it falls straight down. It's not like on the underside or anything like that. So you're just gonna add, you're gonna dip your brush in the white paint and just the tip, only the tip. You don't wanna smash it down. We don't want tons of snow. We just want a little bit in some different areas. So it's up to you where exactly you'd like to put it. But if it was here, the snow would fall down because of gravity. So go ahead and add as much snow as you want in here. And also, if you have any place down here where you don't like, oh, like this trunk got a little long, maybe I want to get rid of that, I can add a little bit of white paint there if I want to too. Or if I got above the line, I can add this in here. Now, you can do that. Some students I have, they like to also go up and down like this to give the snow some texture. If you want to do that on your paper, feel free to do that, whatever you would like. So add as much snow on the ground in the trees as you want. And then we're gonna take it over and add the snow falling. Have fun. Now I'm back here in my spraying station. Now this snow falling, you could do it many different ways. You could use a toothbrush. Have you ever taken a toothbrush and flicked water at your brother or sister? It's the same idea, but you would do that with paint. You can also do the same thing with a comb. But I'm back here by the sink and I have a spray bottle that is filled with water and paint. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna spray it. Now when you spray, I always practice once in the sink first, and that way I make sure it sprays nice and evenly instead of a stream. Now when you're spraying, I'm gonna stand here and have my spray bottle here. What I wanna make sure that I do is I wanna make sure that I really press so it gets a nice spray. What you don't wanna do is you don't wanna just kind of slowly press it because it will just dribble out and make a line on yours. A lot of times I actually aim up above so it doesn't get so much snow on there. So I'm gonna try that. So here we go. See how I sprayed mainly up here, but now we have some snow falling here. And I actually like, it's got some dribbles here, and I think that looks good because it makes it look like the snow is falling closer to us. I didn't get a lot of snow in this area, so I'm gonna add just a little bit more. Oh yes, oh, I like that. Look at that snow. So when you have it like you like it, you're gonna take it off. And look, it leaves a nice square there. And you're gonna put it on the drying rack. Have fun.